Hello, everybody, and welcome to Celeste.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, party
Uh,
people.
Hopefully, you guys are hanging out, enjoying yourselves. The weather has decided to take
Oh,
a
whoops.
decided turn for the worst, and it started raining just as Callum and I were preparing to do stream. So,
So, I also didn't realize the game would start me right here. Emilio, do you maybe want to take over for a second while I...
yeah, so hi everybody. So, we are playing Celeste again, which is the platformer. It's a platformer, right? It's an adventure game, but it is also primarily a platformer. We are playing as this delightful girl named Celeste who has double jump abilities for some reason.
I don't think her
And
name
likes-
is Celeste.
Well, okay, sure. Yeah, you have a different name, but you know the game is called Celeste. She has double jump abilities. You live in a. Callum is, it's funny because Callum was doing really well, surprisingly well actually the last time, and now I'm just watching him repeatedly die.
I haven't played this game in like 3 weeks, okay? And it just threw me into a Scooby-Doo chase. Let's
Well,
give
that's
Callum
probably-
some grace here.
Okay, that's how that's fair. That's fair. I'm not a big platformer guy myself, so
Oop.
when I'm doing platformers, I want all the grace in the world, and yeah, I can see how this would be difficult. Hello, Ole.
Hey, Ole.
So I've been doing a bunch of stuff, mostly work stuff. Actually, a lot of work stuff. um, it's kind of funny because I have a lot of jobs, and sometimes I think to myself, like, would I be okay in a world where I didn't have to work as much? Would I find other things to do, or would I just sort of languish with inactivity? And I think generally speaking, I would just find other things to do. I think I would just turn whatever my hobby is into another job.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, I think for some people, it's just the case of like, yeah, if you don't do anything, it's like an engine. Where if the engine is not connected to anything, it will tear itself apart. And for some people, myself included, if I don't have stuff to do, I distinctly feel like I am suffering. But Callum did want me to prepare talking points about inflation and video games. And I actually did a bit of research. So, viewers at home, you might be familiar with the fact that video game prices have remained, for the most part, relatively static for the past, I want to say, maybe 15, 20-something years, right? Basically, if we look at the price of what a console game costs versus what they cost today, for the most part, a lot of console games have remained at around, I think it's the $60 price point. Am I right, Callum?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, about $60 price point. Now the question is, obviously we don't live in the heyday of 2005, where you could make a AAA video game for the PlayStation 2, and the budget of that game would be something much more reasonable. Yes, Ole, you are jumping the gun, but you are correct. So the question is, why did the video game prices stay the same that they were? The answer is they didn't exactly stay the same, they just subtly hid the fact that they were increasing. As Ole is mentioning, a lot of the monetization of video games shifted from direct pay to play to pay to maybe play, right? We moved away from directly just buying the entire game in a single purchase for a box price to suddenly parts of the game were available for purchase separately. You could purchase additional things like currencies and stuff like that to get other stuff, and the content of the game was gated behind arbitrary paywalls, right? And the idea behind this is that this kept the game price artificially low, because now, yes, a video game costs $60, but that video game had all kinds of microtransactions. It had predatory season passes, all kinds of things designed to get money from you. And the way that works, basically, is that that process kept people from... well, it did two things. For the first part, it prevented a lot of people from overtly complaining about game prices, because, you know, the companies would always go, see, the game costs $60, but, you know, you can get all this stuff for optional, you know, equipment and stuff like that. What this demonstrated, I think, to a lot of people, especially the executive class, is that they were actually capable of fleecing a lot of money from video game consumers if they just disguised it. Now, for those of you who are older than 21, you've lived in an era when video games were basically box price complete. Yes, if the game didn't ship complete, it was often a much damning indictment. You had very few chances to fix your game if it didn't if it didn't ship complete. Nowadays, most games release in some semi-unfinished state. So, I think that you know, the video game executives hid a lot of the ways in which they were trying to get more money out of the game. The other thing is, of course, you know, I think gamers became used to the ways in which these companies would try to monetize their products. And I think the argument that I gave to Callum is that I think it was actually wrong for that to happen. I think instead, video game prices should have just kept pace with inflation, and they should have gradually risen and become more expensive. And my argument for this is that, firstly, if the prices are increasing, but we're not being nickeled and dimed in other ways, so we're being forced to pay higher box prices, well, for starters, we are going to demand much more from our games, right? We're going to expect that in an environment where if I have to pay now $80 for a video game, that game has got to be worth $80, right? And if a studio is planning on selling an $80 game, it's got to be $80 worth of game. That's the first thing. The second thing is that in some material sense, the move to just increasing the game's price also means that gamers are now going to be increasingly wary of games that are too expensive, right? Studios can't inflate the budgets of their projects to high values, because if the game is not going to be able to actually sell for $80, they're not going to be able to recoup that investment. I think one of the things that this sort of aftermarket monetization has enabled is for a company to say, yeah, the game will cost like $300 million to develop, but we'll make like $500 million in microtransactions, right? Cosmetics. And if you think about the effort that is required to produce those cosmetics, it is infinitesimally smaller than making just more game.
Just
right?
give me 1 second. The gameplay is going to be paused for a bit. I just want to close my windows. The storm's getting a bit louder.
Yep. Sorry, everybody. The storm is coming, and there's nothing we can do about that. It just decided to rain. So, where was I? So if you only can charge increasing money for your game, you can't justify saying, okay, well, you know, we can't make up the money with aftermarket sales. We have to make it through the box price, and that I think is good, because that means that companies are incentivized to actually just produce more game. Compared to the costs of microtransactions, it costs barely anything relative to the rest of the game to fabricate cosmetics and put them behind a paywall than it does to just make more game, right? Making more of the game is actually the more expensive part. And I think it allowed studios to get away with making less game and charging more money, because when we factor in all the prices of everything else, games have not actually cost $60 in a long time, right? The $60 price is the entry price. You know, that fundamentally means that, like, we are being duped. We're being duped in a big way.
Oof.
And
I am fighting my demons and they have mad hops.
well, you survived, so I mean, props to you for doing that. For now.
Oh, okay. What was the benefit of sending me up here, Celeste?
Yeah, you see, Ole, the thing is, right? one of the things about the way that the monetization has worked in video games is that anytime you complain about the fact that the game costs $60, but it feels like it's bad, somebody will just smartly point out to you, but the game companies have to cover their costs somehow, and they are covering their costs. They aren't making these games for charity, but they're hiding the costs from the consumer. And for a lot of people, it's actually consumer awareness is at an all-time low. And so I think it's much better if they just tell us, hey, the game is going to cost what it's going to cost, and we have to just deal with it. I think it's better for the gamers to be aware of, like, yeah, if we want a game that is $100, if EA wants to charge for a game that's $100, they have to be prepared to give us a game that is $100. And if they're not prepared to do that, if they're not prepared to do that, then we're not prepared to pay for it. And ultimately, that is just better for the industry as a whole. I also think...
What is EA even up to these days?
Well, from what I hear...
Oh, wait, hang on. A phone's ringing. Yeah. Why is there a phone up here? I suppose this
Callum,
is an information
I think you're in like a multi-dimensional pocket space where the realm of reality has blurred.
Yeah,
I'm just in a strange place.
I'm supposedly on top of a mountain, or going up to a mountain. Hello?
Also, we have 4 viewers in chat. Hello, everybody.
Hey, hi everyone. Madeline.
Yay, shouting... Oh, whoops.
Sorry. Are you calling from a payphone? Yeah.
Oh, chaos.
No, wait. You called me. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. I'm in trouble. My demons are chasing me, and they have mad hops. I don't really understand what's going on, but I know I'm in... What do you mean you don't understand what's going on? You've been jumping through space goo away from spikes and like... I understand what's going on.
Do you? Or, is it just
I know what's going on. I maybe don't understand it, Mr.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr. Pedant. Mr. Pedant's pendants. Open up a store and sell necklaces because you're a pedant that makes pendants. Madeline, you only call me when you're panicking in the middle of the night. Oof. How old am I? This sounds like really messy behavior for this, I'm assuming, 12-year-old. You don't have to make up some ridiculous story just to get my attention.
I assume Madeline was like maybe 18, 19.
Yeah, maybe she's just like short. Maybe this is just like a chibi style.
Yeah, I think it's just a chibi style. I mean, if you look at her relative to that pole, she's not tiny. A child would barely be up to the phone booth, and she's basically the size of the phone booth. So I feel like that's just an adult-sized...
Fair enough.
person.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not making it up. I just real quick, I want to point out, one of my favorite things in games that have text boxes is when they make the text boxes look interesting. And I like the design of this text box.
Good design.
Yeah. Shh. It's all right. Calm down, my friend. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Feel free to clip that. That's the only audio you'll have of me calling you sweetheart, chat. Talk to me. I'm climbing Celeste Mountain. I found this old mirror and it shattered, but part of me escaped, and I'm pretty sure it was a homage to Prince of Persia. I'm dreaming, aren't I? Oh no, don't do that. This is a shitty plotline. I haven't spoken to you in months. Ooh, oh god. Why would I start now? Ugh, why am I even climbing this stupid mountain? Ugh. I'm wondering the same thing. It's time to give up and go home. It's me, your inner voice. I sound like this. Oh, no. What? Pardon? Hey, Emilio, did you just see that?
I turned away just for a second. What happened?
The phone booth turned into a monster that ate me.
Oh, we're getting really psychological with this now, aren't we?
I can't believe you turned away at the exact second that wild shit happened. Also, something just like flowed off screen. I'm not loving sort of the environment scape of this mountain so far.
Chaos 7 says a metaphor happened.
Oh,
Damn
no.
right.
No, my greatest fear. Metaphors. Also, hi, Chaos 7. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hey,
I think this is a Meta 5 situation, Callum.
Horrific. Why would you say such a thing? No there, fellow explorer. No, wait, what's my, Zap Brannigan voice? Come back when it's a catastrophe. Did you also trek up here to scope out these old ruins?
Does this guy have a beard, or what's the situation up
he
with
has a
this?
beard.
What's up with this sprite? That's weird.
He's got a beard and a delightful pompadour, it seems. No, I'm headed for the summit. Whoa, that's crazy. Did you notice that my text box is plaid? I'm Theo, by the way, an adventurer from a far-off land. Meh.
You know, it's kind of funny if in the modern era you met somebody, because Celeste looks like it's a modern era kind of thing. You just met somebody and you said, I'm an adventurer. How funny would it be if you just met somebody in, like, 2025 and you introduced yourself as an adventurer?
That would be insane to me. I wouldn't know what exactly you do, because... Okay, I remember watching a video a while back where the person said, the unspoken goal of adventure is to make the world boring. And it's kind of this thing of, like, we've mapped out so much of the world now. What does being an adventurer even mean? Because if you go and look at old ruins, you're an archaeologist. You're not an adventurer. You're a historian. If you're exploring the sea, you're a sailor. Or like a submarine operator or whatever. Adventurer is just such a general term that really doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, I think I think the idea behind calling somebody a quote-unquote adventurer is that they are they're somebody who
can kind of do anything.
Yeah, they're like a dilettante. They're independently wealthy or scrappy. They go from place to place, getting involved in wacky hijinks. They're okay with killing people, but only if those people are bad. And they've got an endless supply of cracks and one-liners that they can just hit to...
For real, thought you were about to be like, they have an endless supply of crack.
Well, I mean, Nathan Drake has survived a lot of fall damage.
Yeah, he must be, like, super hopped up on amphetamines.
Or, what are those painkillers? Yeah. Because, it is funny to me how we, like, in a lot of video games, like nowadays, the health pack is like a full-on med kit or whatever. But in all the Max Payne games, they're just painkillers. It's just painkillers.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's like... Oh, no. I actually haven't played a Max Payne game, I'm just now realizing.
I really like them. Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2 are some of my favorite games from that era. I really think that... what's their name? They were... Max Payne 1... It wasn't Rockstar. It was Remedy, right, Remedy. They really made something bizarre, right? Because if I remember correctly, the studio is Finnish, or like Scandinavian, and they were making like a neo-American crime thriller. And it was just bizarre, it was just bizarre to me. And I really enjoyed it. Sometimes I like to listen to the Max Payne 1 or Max Payne 2 monologues.
Oh.
No, just like the monologues. I just like listening to... the monologues, the noir detective, I drink to forget my problems monologue. I find them very soothing.
I've never met someone who's so into a genre that they'll listen to the grizzled cop monologues because it, like, calms them. They're your rainforest noises.
Listen, right? My spiritual place is some grimy city where everybody is perpetually dour and upset, and there's a mystery to solve, and I'm the only person who can solve it, right?
I mean, yeah,
That's
I think it's. I'm trying to understand why it might be your sort of your favorite thing. And I think it's more likely that it's like it's a world in which puzzle solving is the combat. It's the way forward.
Well, to be fair to Max Payne, there is a lot of shooting in that game.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that inspired Bullet Time, right?
Well, bullet time is a contentious kind of thing because the idea of bullet time is like inexplicably linked to certain elements of like Chinese cinema, John Woo, all of that stuff, hard boiled, those types of things. But I would say that in a video game context, I think that they were the ones who really brought it out to the forefront because like bullet time is very important and it feels really good in that game to actually do it. I've beaten Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2 on hard, and there are some fights that you absolutely need bullet time to succeed in. Because the thing about bullet time is, yeah, you're moving slowly, but you're still moving faster than the enemies. That's like the point, right? You're not just moving slowly, because then nothing would work. You have to move slightly faster than they do, so that you can respond faster than they are and shoot them before they shoot you. That's like the...
Okay, well, you know what? Before I do this conversation, where Madeline is called her mom, maybe in one of our streams, we can play one of the Max Payne games.
Yeah, that'd be fun. They are very old, though.
Oh, because that's stopped us in the past.
No, I'm just worried about their actual stability. Because I'll have to do a bit of an investigation.
Look, Emilio, this is a woke mob game. The multicolored haired protagonist has panic attacks. Ugh, the wokes are everywhere, talking about anxiety and mental health and stuff. Oh no! Oh wait, no, this is your voice, sorry. Oh no! Are you having another panic attack? Focus on your breathing, honey, I'm here. What's going on? Wait, do you like my lady voice? Oh, we completed chapter 2. Sick.
See, okay, so I thought from the splash art, Celeste does look younger, but it could just be a chibi art style.
I think it's meant to be that she's like 18 or something like that. Like she's sort of at the end of being a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Shiz. Be proud of your death count. The more you die, the more you're learning. Keep going. Ah, thanks, game. Yeah. I'm not unskilled. I'm learning.
I think if the game made fun of you for failing, it would discourage you from playing it. And the last thing they want to have happen... Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
right?
look.
This is not getting over it with Bennett Foddy, right? A game that I eternally hate, and I actually don't think it's that well designed, right? I think if a game is meant to frustrate you, I think it fails at being a game, right? Let the game frustrate you, with the systems, but not frustrate you with the very basic method of engaging with it, right?
Okay, but here's my... I remember seeing some of Getting Over It, and it does seem to, like... The way it speaks, at least, it does seem to be somewhat encouraging, or at least meditative.
So, yeah, I mean, it is, to some extent, obviously aware that it is a difficult game, and the voiceover is this smarmy Australian dude.
Presumably Bennett Foddy.
Yeah, presumably Bennett Foddy, talking about, like, the nature of art and suffering and pain and things. But the problem is, you don't care about what he has to say when you are directly suffering. Like, it's very hard for me to engage with his work of, I want to be contemplative and meditative about the nature of suffering and art and creation and strife and all of that stuff. Sure, I want to have that conversation, but not
with you, Bennett Foddy.
Not with you, Bennett Foddy, the source of my anger and my frustration.
And not when you're personally putting me through the frustration.
Yeah, speaking of Max Payne, right? Max Payne is a very contemplative game, right? Max is not a happy dude. His whole life is just one series of constant miseries and suffering, right? But throughout all of it, there are moments where Max chooses to say something that is not just like bleakly and darkly nihilistic. And yeah, there is a conversation to be had about Max's inherent suffering and like what he's going through. But the thing is, because Max Payne is a fun game to play, I want to have that conversation. When I finish the game, I want to talk about how Max is deep in his feelings, and actually, maybe he has a hope to do better. But the problem is, he's not, because he's also deep in his alcohol.
Yeah, I mean,
alcohol
is liquid feelings, Emilio. When you're a man, when you're a manly man, alcohol is your feelings. How the fudge knuckles am I supposed to do this?
The other thing is, I also feel like I'm much more willing to have that conversation when I'm actually talking to a character and not Bennett Foddy, an Australian man who is currently in the...
An Australian dickhead that's making me climb this mountain with a pot.
Yeah. Chaos 7 says, consider the philosophical merits of calming down, person I am currently agitating. Yeah!
That got me, Chaos. Thank you.
You know what, Chaos? We're putting a heart in chat for that one. That was good.
Yeah. Everyone hearts in the chat for Chaos's very good joke. And if you have a good joke, please share it. I need it right now. This is the ultimate D&D puzzle of like, I have put this key just out of your reach. The solution is extremely simple. What are you doing
Maybe
wrong?
you have to jump over the first set of spikes and then cling to the wall and then jump forward.
No, I assume so, but like, look at what happens, right? If I use the super jump to get over the spikes and I cling to the wall, I am super jumped out. You only get the super jump back if you land on the ground or on a surface you can stand on.
Ooh, fiddlesticks.
Yeah, and the other problem is you can't change the direction of how you sort of like wall jump. Okay,
yeah.
Well, hey Celeste, do you maybe want to just play with me? So if I jump off the wall like this and I'm holding the button sort of up, I can't change my trajectory so that I can go up. If I'm holding against the wall, I still jump away from it.
Ole says you're gonna feel real stupid when you figure it out. Well, he's got you there. I mean, surely there is some simple explanation to this puzzle.
Yeah. Does anyone want to maybe just tell me? Did I go the wrong way, maybe?
I'm tempted to say that you probably can't access this area yet, because it's giving me vibes of you don't have the required jump boots. Like you need a double jump or something to get through there.
Is this like a glide thing? Do I need to unlock the glide power?
Maybe. I have no idea.
Because now I'm back at like the beginning of the level, so this can't surely be the way forward.
Ole, since you seem to know what's going on, why don't you give Callum the solution?
Give me the solution with as minimal spoilers as possible. While I do this puzzle I already solved again, because I am impatient.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, Max Payne is a very contemplative game. I feel like Remedy has a lot to say, but they also want to say it in a very weird way. And I will always get that. I will always respect the art of somebody who's like, I want to make something strange and weird, but, you know. Oh, I have no clue. Never played Celeste.
Oh, cool. So you meant I'd feel stupid in the sense of just like, the solution was, okay. Oh, by the way, for folks in the chat who are sitting in bated breath waiting for our top games of the year, I'm almost done editing the audio for it. So hopefully we will have that video out pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a surprising game. That's for sure. It was a surprising set of games. Okay.
No, I can't charge that ability. This is purely a matter of skill. Fuck. My one true weakness is skill. Why would you put a key here? This is not where keys go.
Okay, I am gonna look up a guide.
Please. I'm losing my mind.
Everybody just hang tight.
You see, this is why
For a
you
second.
do the puzzles and I do the jumpy.
You know, I'm very good at solving puzzles. I was playing a game earlier today, and they're like, solve this math puzzle, and I'm like, okay. And then 2 minutes later, I had solved it.
Just a quick humble brag.
Yeah, it's just a quick simultaneous equation. You know, just hit one of those simultaneous equations, and then you're good to go. Okay, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to watch a video walkthrough because.
Well, now our stream is multimedia.
Yeah.
I will entertain people while you watch this video walkthrough. So I've recently decided to start watching OG Dragon Ball again. Because I'm nothing if not a creature of habit. And man, that opening to the original Dragon Ball series, the English opening slaps. Like if there's one thing about... Yeah?
Callum, I just have to say one thing.
Yeah?
It is crazy, like, watching any kind of Celeste situation over here is very frustrating because everybody just wants to do the strawberries, and I'm like, guys, I just want to know how to get through the level.
Yeah, please, I don't care about 100%ing this game.
Okay, shoot.
I like the snowstorm effect, though. That's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch like a longer walkthrough, I think, on this one.
Just like fast forward it. Scrub the video.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one where the guy doesn't just focus on getting the strawberries, right? I want to see somebody actually go through the level like a normal person instead of doing whatever it is that we're doing now.
Yeah, I think the issue is that, like, Celeste is kind of an... This is a problem I've found with a lot of walkthroughs, is that Celeste, if the game is too old...
Okay, I saw what needed to happen.
What?
Okay, it is actually kind of dumb.
What needs to happen?
Okay, so the guy on this speedrun, so you know, just before the screen that leads to the screen with the key.
Yeah?
Okay, so what happens is there's a platform. Go back.
Yeah?
Go to the left. There's a platform that you can jump up there. You see where the snow is?
Yeah?
No, go right. Onto the green block. The green block, Callum. The green block to your right.
The green block? This, you mean here, where the snow is?
Now jump. Yeah, that's a platform, right?
Okay.
You can jump on it, I think, because he jumps left and then right and then left and then right, and he gets up to the top there. On that platform. Somehow.
This is not a platform. This is background. If this was a platform, I'd have landed on it.
Okay, wait. Can you do that charge thing in two directions? So can you jump diagonally to the right and then charge diagonally to the... Oh, no, you can't do that.
Well, I can jump and then do that.
God damn it.
So I can do like this. But I don't get high enough is the problem.
Okay, I think he might... Okay, this might be an end level strat. Okay, another problem with looking up walkthroughs for this game. I'm pretty sure this person is doing an end level strat.
Okay.
God damn it. Which chapter are we in? Chapter 3?
We're in chapter 3.
Okay, chapter 3. Okay. So how does this person... Man, why does every Celeste video assume that you know already how to play the game?
Well, again, it's a issue with walkthroughs is that, like, if the game is old enough, people don't really cover the basics anymore.
Oh, okay, all right. I saw somebody, and now they have a better solution. So you know how you were trying to dash to that floating column, the first one?
Yeah.
So when you don't dash to it, you jump to it. You jump to it.
Okay.
And you, from the roof there where that little lip is, you can jump to that platform, and then jump over it without using the dash.
How do I? Okay. Wait. How do I jump over it?
So you could just jump normally, a short little jump, and then maneuver around.
Yeah, but you see, this is sort of the issue that I'm running into, is that
Yeah.
if I try and wall jump, I jump too far away and then I miss the platform.
Okay, wait.
Maybe I need to watch the walkthrough.
Can you just climb up?
No.
Because that's what they do. They just
Oh my
climb
god,
straight up.
wait, is there a climb button in this game that I've fully forgotten about? God damn it! I hate this game so much. Okay, so here's the magical thing about streaming and then not playing a game for several months, is that this shit happens.
Yeah, that was the solution.
Fully forgot that I could do that I had that capability. Cool.
Okay, look, Ole, you get to have a little bit of credit because the solution is kind of dumb. But on the other hand, I think if you want to claim full credit, you kind of have to actually given us a solution over here.
We'll never forget our time here. Oh, this is the guest book for the hotel. I never felt more at peace, thank you. I assume that this place... I believe it said it was haunted, so this is like a hotel for ghosts?
It's not a hotel for ants, that's for sure.
Oh boy. Hey. Welcome. May I help you?
Luigi's mansion. Celeste's mansion, like Madeline's mansion, I guess. Hey, that's alliterative.
Well, it can't be Luigi's mansion. He is, he's very, very clearly shown how against he is. Against billionaires. Damn it, that was a... that was a bad sentence. I'm talking about the Luigi who was in the news. Ha ha ha, laugh. Everyone laugh at my relevance. How's the chat doing?
Let's see. Ole says, I've been watching through a favorite sitcom with a roommate. Introduce him to it. He is loving it. Well, that's good. What's the sitcom? And we're getting a bunch of emojis about strength, arm emoji, abacus, pickaxe. I guess Chaos is saying mind blown. With like a mind blown thing.
Or good at puzzles... something? I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. Our Rio service store is only... However, our top floor presidential suite features a world-class view of the peak. Yes, you'll be quite comfortable up there. Maybe I could get to the roof from there and climb down the back. The presidential suite. Marvelous idea, Oshiro. What is your name for our records?
I know that one, yes, Minister. That's like an old-timey British sitcom about the government. Chaos says, I've seen jests about Mangione translates to mansion. And then we have a new person that I don't recognize called Axe the Proto. Hello, Axe the Proto.
Hey, new viewer.
Welcome.
What
Glad
did
to
they
have
say?
you on board. That's a cool name, Axe the Proto. That's like a boss name that you would see in a JRPG. You would be the
Or a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
or a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
So what did...
Actually, you know what? I feel like that's more of a Magic card than a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
No, not really.
Is it? Okay, I don't...
The
You're
naming
the expert on card games.
The naming convention of Magic cards tends to be like, Superfluous Squire or something. It depends on, their rarity. And if they're a legendary creature or not.
I think that Axe the Proto could... It's like, you know, it's like Axe the Prototype, you know? They could be, like, the first of something.
Well,
right?
that's why I say Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, presumably they would be in the axe archetype. Like, there would be an archetype of cards based around axes. And then they would be, like, the searching
creature. AX. It's AX, not AXE.
Oh.
So that's why I'm thinking it's like a fantasy name, not a weapon class.
Ah. Well...
Because if we're...
Yeah?
Because if we're talking about axes, then I'm way more qualified than you... Oh, it's short for protogen. Okay, now we're getting more into...
Wait, protogen?
Now we're getting more into into like fantasy sci-fi naming conventions. Axe the Protogen, is that an anime thing? I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I fucked that up. Ooh, ooh, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, there's nothing worse than accidental success.
Oh, the Animorphs character. Oh, it's a furry thing.
No, what?
Why did
Animorphs is not furry, my dude.
Well, Axe says furry species. Okay, well, I don't know anything about furries or Animorphs.
Did
or
you not
anything
read
like that.
Animorphs? It was a great, like, allegory for war.
Nah, I was reading
Young Sherlock Holmes.
Dune. I was reading Dune when I was a kid. Dune is a great metaphor for war.
You must have been a fun kid.
I was a very fun kid. Axe says, I don't know what Animorphs is. So, okay, so what does proto-gen mean then, Axe? You gotta explain yourself, buddy.
Okay, maybe he is talking about, or they are talking about a furry thing.
Wait, they said furry species. I don't know what that means. Oh, we've got 5 people watching.
Hey, welcome everybody. Feel free to join in on this furry/not Animorphs debate, or if you want to talk about the Animorphs.
If you can tell us what a proto-gen is, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, no! I was so close, Emilio. Oh. There's nothing quite like getting a near attempt and then immediately fucking up.
It's Axe says it's a furry species like a cyborg furry. Wait, okay, hang on.
Wait, then why is it proto?
I don't know anything about furries, but does that mean, does that imply like cyborgs are a separate species of furry? I have no idea.
Or is it like your body has been augmented?
Yeah, you were just like
in the fiction of your persona.
Yeah, you were just like a cat, but then you got cybernetic augmentations because
to fight the Decepticons.
I was gonna make a Cyberpunk 2077 joke, but yeah, I mean that's better.
I was gonna say the Cylons, but I was like, I haven't watched Battlestar Galactica. I probably shouldn't start talking about it.
Oh, I could talk about Battlestar Galactica, man. I was playing the Battlestar Galactica strategy game like a while ago, and I was having a
Battlestar Galactica like good?
Yeah, I'd say it's good. I would even argue that like the original series of Battlestar Galactica has like a lot of merit to watch. But I also, I have a soft spot for the old one. Well, not the old one, for the reboot, basically.
Oh, I don't like the feelies on this. Oh, okay, so if I spend too long on that platform, it grows new things. Cool. This is some rough mold this hotel has, man.
Yeah, this place is not passing the inspection.
No.
Ole says, in Duel Monsters, Axe the Proto would be a water card from the tribe Earth Eater or Jellyfish. That's pretty cool.
In Duel Masters or Duel Monsters? Because those are two different things. Okay, yeah. I get that. I haven't watched Duel Masters in a long time. Ole, do you mostly just like look at the lore of the cards, or do you like remember the show? Because I tried to watch the show a while back, and the audio mixing in it is tremendously bad. It is one of the worst mixed shows I've like ever watched. It's wild. The music is so loud.
Well, audio mixing is a dying art these days.
Have you noticed that, like, how many movies and TV shows and stuff, the audio mixing is just so whack? Like, the characters are so quiet, but the music and background noises are so loud.
I swear it's like a requirement these days to watch. I don't want to watch anything that doesn't have subtitles, right?
Yep.
Ole says the anime is what got me into the game in the first place. That's wild.
Well,
that's wild.
That makes sense. That's what got me into the game.
I started playing the game before I knew that there was a thing.
What, you played Duel Masters?
Well, a little bit, because, basically a South African playground is a haven for all things bootleg.
Yeah, for all things card game. I think I've played one of maybe every card game in a South African playground. When I was a student, not just like on my off time.
Yeah, no, I think the thing about South African playgrounds is like our country gets everything weirdly late, but also at the same time.
Yeah.
So like, when in the United States, for example, they would have gone through a wave when things would have been popular, right? But in this country, all of that stuff just dropped simultaneously. It all just hit us at the same time. So,
Yeah,
I think
I
of
will
like,
say that there are specifically some things that like died because they couldn't compete with the more popular options at the time. Like I'm brought into mind of Chaotic, my forever favorite 2010s like cartoon that had to compete with Pokemon and stuff. And it died because it couldn't compete with Pokemon and stuff.
well, to be fair, very little can compete with Pokemon, right? Pokemon is...
But it had to compete with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the problem. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon were weirdly in the same field. Okay.
Ole says, I was actually lucky to have a brother and friends who liked the card game, so I played it quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just really hyper-regional, right?
Hey,
like
dickhead. Thanks
if you're in a...
Sorry. I was gonna yell at this ghost for a second, but go ahead.
If you're in a place where people are doing something and you get exposed to it, then you get to, you get access to that. Like, I've played, I'd say the card game that I've played the least, that is like of the major card games at that time, was the Pokemon card game, right? Because the school that I went to, lots of people knew about the Pokemon anime, or cartoon, I guess, but not that many actually wanted to play the card game. So if you were into card games, you were in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I remember specifically like trying to play the Pokemon card game and no one knowing the rules. So we all just sort of gave up.
I think that's an important experience in any adolescent's life, is that like nobody really knows the rules of the games that you're playing. You're foundationally just going off on vibes.
I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh! Like first came out and none of us knew the rules, so we just sort of mimicked the first season of the show and made them up.
Yeah. It was a purer time when, you could simultaneously do that, and also, people wouldn't get upset at you for doing that, because they were doing it as well. I gotta say, I'm really upset by the wiggling things. It's like, I don't like looking at them.
Yeah,
if they could go away, I would be much obliged.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to get past this. I jumped, you fuck. I'm in the bargaining stage of my anger towards this game. Which is something every Dark Souls player has a familiarity with. Oh, the thing, if it grows, it just stays there. That sucks. Wow. Wow, I don't love that.
Yeah, I guess that means you only have one chance to go through the level.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna have way more deaths on this one, Callum.
Oh, really? What makes you think that?
Just putting that one out there. I think you're probably gonna have more than 300 deaths when this is over.
How are we doing for time, by the way? When will I be released from this hell? Am I going the right way? Did I, is this an optional thing? There's literally, this is the only way forward. God. Why
I think you just gotta do it, man.
Why must you punish me, Jehovah? What sins have I committed? The real issue is that I can't...
No, Callum, I think on that last pillar, you have to wall jump, wall grab that last pillar before you...
Yeah. Problem is,
I also
I
think
can't
maybe...
get there without the super jump. And if I use the super jump, I don't have the super jump anymore. Which is why I'm trying to get to the top of this pillar so I can get it back. Maybe I'm maybe I'm trying to skip things too much. Like, I need to go around. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, game. Okay, Celeste. I see you. I see what you're... Okay, Celeste. Okay. No, I see. Okay. I was... that wasn't fair. I don't think. I was there. I witnessed it personally. I don't particularly think that that was a fair exchange of goods and services, Celeste. I'm calling the economy on you. My dad is Mr. Economy. He works at the economy. I'm gonna not say a bad word. I won't say a bad word. You don't deserve my swears. Okay, I got like a quarter pixel of that black goop. I like how the one black goop has a Okay, so if I brush against the Wigglies, they make goop. They make Nickelodeon gack. Alright, no, but hang on.
You have to be... Could you not just drop from the top of where the lantern is down onto the opposing wall?
I'm trying, man.
Like, to dash from the very top where the painting is across, fall down, jump to the left. No, but then you need to super jump.
I don't get the distance, yeah, is the problem. Okay, so here's my current plan. Is to die a bunch and then blame external forces. No, I want to do that. There we go.
Hey, well done.
This is so stressful. Can I not jump through these platforms? No.
This is not a what I would consider an OSHA safe environment, that's for sure.
No.
Can you imagine there are people who can get through this game, the entire game, without dying once?
Yeah, but those people have probably played it before. They don't have to figure things out on the fly.
Yeah, but I still think, like, you know, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. No, speedrunning is crazy impressive. I have so much... No, no, fuck. No, that wasn't... No. God damn it. God damn you.
You almost had it. Caleb, you almost had it.
No, don't say that. How was that helpful? You almost succeeded. You almost got your degree.
It's a very specific one to jump to.
You're almost a doctor. I'm illustrating the point that saying almost is not helpful. Don't...
Alright. Fair enough.
Tell me about...
Not applicable, but fair enough.
Tell me about your hopes and dreams and thoughts and desires and wants and wishes.
I had a dream about a pizza the other day.
Oh, we're going literal, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had a dream and it was about a Pizza Hut pizza.
I think I've told you before, I've never had, like, Pizza Hut that didn't taste disgusting to me.
I enjoy Pizza Hut. And it's, you know, I have a fondness for it. It's not amazing pizza, but it's very economical for the price. And, you know, I remember a time when you could actually go into a Pizza Hut and actually buy a slice pizza. Right?
What do you mean you remember a time? Pizza Hut has only recently come into the country.
No, that's not true.
What?
No, that's not true. Pizza Hut has been in this country for a long time, in fact. And when I was a kid in Durban...
you live in Durban?
Yeah. So Pizza Hut was established in this country in, I want to say... So it closed briefly in 2008. But then it reopened with basically delivery, right? So before then, you could actually go to a Pizza Hut restaurant. And I remember going to Pizza Hut restaurants. I remember going to Pizza Hut restaurants in Durban. And you could buy a a slice of pizza, and that was amazing. I thought that was the most brilliant thing ever, to just buy a big slice of pizza instead of eating a whole pizza. You just buy one big slice. And then they closed their locations and they restarted in 2008.
You and I were very different kids. I'm now realizing.
Yeah.
The idea of having to order a pizza by the slice sounds awful to me. Like, let me eat the whole damn pizza. Why would I want to eat one slice of it?
Well, it was a big slice. That's the thing, right? We're talking about we're not talking about a regular pizza slice from just like a regular pizza. We're talking about a fairly large, substantial slice.
All right, well, that's a different thing as well, I think, then.
Look, I have fond memories for it. I like the taste of it for the most part. You know, sometimes I think that the Pizza Hut is better or worse, depending on who's actually making it. But, you know, ultimately, at the end of the day, I really, you know, I have fond memories of it, and I had a dream about eating a Pizza Hut pizza. And that pizza was... It was a double cheese with 2 different types of sauce. And I think the next time I get to a Pizza Hut, I will place an order for one of those. Also, I think it's unfair that if you manage to unlock the puzzle, that the gate is now, and you die, then the gate is closed. I feel like if you manage to unlock it, you should be able to, you know, it should be open for you. Because you managed to do it, right? You managed to actually...
I proved that I could beat that puzzle. I don't see why I have to prove it again.
Yeah, you proved that you could do it, in my opinion. I think that's...
Okay.
Also, what is all this goop?
I imagine it's spiritual goop because there's a ghost running this hotel. And it's a celestial hotel, they say?
No.
I haven't been paying attention to the story because we've been making goofs and gaffs and talking about Pizza Hut.
Ole says, dreaming of eating pizza, how bourgeoisie. What is bourgeoisie about that?
If anything, that's very worker class.
Yeah, Pizza Hut is the pizza of the proletarian.
No, it's not.
Right.
As a proletariat, do not lump me in with your garbage pizza tastes, please.
Well, I guess it would be Romans, because I refuse to accept debonaires as a edible...
No, debonaires is cardboard. Debonaires is a cardboard courier company that accidentally spilled tomato sauce on it.
Okay, then what is the pizza of the proletariat then?
Romans, as you said.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I find Romans to be kind of bland. I don't like the... There's only one Romans that I've ever enjoyed eating the sauce of, and that was the Romans in Lodium. And that's because it's owned by Indian people, and therefore they changed the recipe. The other Romans I felt like, eh.
Well, honestly, I would have said Domino's a while back, but Domino's is no longer in the country.
And also, Domino's was more expensive than Pizza Hut.
Okay, but also Domino's is better, so...
No, for sure. I agree. Domino's is better, right? I'm not going to fight you on that, absolutely, right? I'm not going to fight you on that. But of the pizza franchises that we've got, I throw my hat into the ring for Pizza Hut when something much better is not available.
You know what, Emilio? One day, you're going to take me to a Pizza Hut and disparage my illusions on it. Because of every time you and I have talked about Pizza Hut, I get more and more convinced that I just went to a bad Pizza Hut or something.
Well, you know, the workers at my local Pizza Hut, they know me because I place an order with them every 2 weeks for War Games. Because that's the pizza I get when I get for War Games. And I'm like, guys, I'm going to buy a bunch of pizzas from you, get ready, you know, and then they're inclined to do it right the way that I like it because I'm a repeat customer. And in this business, you got to have repeat customers.
Yep.
Right?
And speaking of customers, thank you, viewers, for watching our stream.
Yeah, thanks everybody for listening to us talk about Pizza Hut and
which Emilio,
video game.
I have now publicly gotten Emilio to promise that he will take me to one.
Yeah, we can go to a Pizza Hut.
We also don't hang out in person super often because like how busy our lives are. So it would be really nice to go do something that isn't related to work or a club or something like that, to just hang out and eat pizza.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching and listening to us air out our friendship. Sorry about that. If you're keen on this kind of content, make sure you stick around for the streams. We stream on Monday and Thursday. On Mondays at 9 o'clock SAST. On Thursdays, it'll be either 6:30 or 9 o'clock. The time changes whether or not Emilio is there. But you can just take a look at our channel's community page. I always post the time of the streams at least an hour beforehand. Go and check out the Prim review, which is our most recent video, and get hype for the top games of 2024, which will be our next video. We're gonna upload the podcast version first, so if you follow us on like Spotify or whatever, you can go and look at the podcast versions there. And I don't know, check out the Discord to tell me Celeste strategies, to feed me hidden Celeste strategies.
Bye, everybody. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.